This is a recording of the speech given by Our Holiness Mataji Nirmala Devi on the third day of the 3-day seminar held at CJ Hall from 19th March to 21st March 1976.
I thank you very much, all of you, my children, for celebrating my birthday. It is such a rare occasion to see the children treating the mother so kindly in this Kali Yuga. This is the sign of the advent of Satya Yuga. This is the sign that people are definitely understanding the value of something that is abstract, noble, and supreme. Otherwise, mother is always taken for granted. She doesn't ask anything from her children. She just loves them and looks after their well-being, and all the time what she asks is their kalyan, is their salvation. I was very happy to see in those 3 days we had our seminar in this hall that so many new people have now got realization. The vibrations have started flowing from their fingertips. For the first time they have felt that there is something beyond them, that there is something that is flowing through them, that they are much more than what they have been before. Now we have to know that these vibrations are nothing else but is a rapport, is a communication with the God Almighty. He has no words, for human beings have created this language. These vibrations are telling you something by which you will know what He wants you to do. For example, when I am speaking on this mic, if there is a sound coming, then the technician knows that this is what is wrong with this mic and he corrects it. In the same way, when the vibrations are flowing from your fingertips, when you look around, when there is a thought coming in you, when you come in contact with other people, and when you are not being able to decide which is right, which is wrong, the vibrations tell you whether it is right or wrong. You know it very well that in this world of today, there are many Rakshasas who have come in the garb of godly people. But they are not. And ultimately, the court of law finds them out. But with vibrations, you can find them out in no time. Immediately you can find out which man is real and which is not. Not only that, but you can find out the physical problems of the other person. You can find out the mental problems of the other person, and also the spiritual problem of the other person. Because now you have become a member of that universal being, that Virat Swarupa, who is the macrocosm and you are the microcosm. Means you are the part of that body, you are the cell of that great cell which we call as Virat. Now how are you to communicate? It is through these Chaitanya vibrations. These tell you what God wants you to do. It is very difficult to remember that whenever you want to do something, whenever you want to judge someone, whenever you want to know what is the will of God, so many Sahaja Yogis also forget that they must see the vibrations first. If I am telling you any lies, or if anybody is telling you any lies, immediately you can make it out on your vibrations. They are so sensitive and all the time so very alert. It's surprising how they act. It is for the first time such a large number of people have felt them. Because as I told you before, it is the blossom time. But it is the first time that a human being can give something to nature. So far, the nature has been providing the human beings with its bounties. But now it is the human beings who can give something to nature. I went to Rahuri, where there is an university where they are using these vibrations for developing some crops. And they found out with the vibrated water, they got 10 times more the crop. They got beautiful fruits. The fruits have got such shining luster on their face that you can say that Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kanti Rupena Samstita. You can see the Kanti, the luster on these fruits, and they are so beautifully tasty. One papaya was given to me, and when I brought it here, after 3 days also, it had not lost its taste nor its luster. It's such a fantastic thing that has happened, that you can, with your vibrations, can give it to nature and make the nature feel the divine within itself. Now, what is the scientific thing behind it? Let us see that. The scientific behind all this is that we are not only electromagnetic vibrations. We are not only dead things. We are living beings who think, who understand, who plan. But we are not integrated. In a dead thing like this, there is only electromagnetic vibrations in the molecules. Then when it becomes living, there is prana. Beyond the prana is the pranava, where there are 7 powers all together in them. And these basic 7 powers, I should say, because they are actually 21 raised to power 1000 powers in pranava. But I would say basically 7, which can be subdivided later. Basically 7 powers in the pranava flow, and they enrich the electromagnetic vibration by synthesis. The analysis has brought about the electromagnetic vibrations, one of the many powers of the pranava. And when some of you who are realized put your hands towards anything that is growing, the synthesis takes place and the pranava is increased, and that's how you get these beautiful things created out of living things. Even the dead things, which we call as dead, can be full of pranava. For example, all our Ganeshas that we have got, Ashtavinayakas, they are all not symbols only, but they are living gods, because though they look like stones, through them these vibrations are coming. Now when I say this, it is better that you go and find out for yourself, those who are getting vibrations. I had a problem once when I was talking about Mary, that she was the Adi Shakti herself. An Indian lady got very angry with me, and she said, what did she do except for crying? And I said, what did Sita do except for crying? And what did Radha do except for crying? But they are the embodiment of Shakti, and you can see that. So she said, how am I to believe it? I said, you just put your hands and say, is Mary divine power? Is she the divine mother? And immediately she started getting the vibrations. The other person who was doubting it told me that he went to this Matamauli temple and he got such a tremendous force of vibrations pouring onto him, even when he had not even climbed one step. Our Mahalakshmi temple also is a gift of the nature to you, which is a vibrated stone, is a fact, which you can go and see for yourself. But the people who have used it, the people who are using its powers, are making money are doing all kinds of bad things, they have no right to be there. When such people are there at that spot where the vibrations are coming, there is a cloud of darkness over these big, great things that nature has given us, the Mother Nature has provided us with, and then we start doubting God. But the realized soul in a way is better than those because he understands, he plans, he can clear his vibrations if there is any cloud covers it. Yesterday I gave you the names of all the chakras that are within our being and the centers that they are controlling. Today I would like to tell you what are the things necessary for a person to keep these chakras all right. The first chakra is that of Muladhara chakra. Now Muladhara chakra is a chakra, as I told you yesterday, that of innocence. Innocence of Sri Ganesh. He sits there and emits innocence. Now whether there is Ganesh or not, he is there. Whether you see him or not, I see him there. He is there. He sits there and he emits these vibrations into every human being. But he is not awakened in every human being. When you disrespect him by your wrong behavior towards sex, he slips off. Or sometimes he gets so annoyed with you that you get tremendous heat in your body. I have told you how yesterday the Tantrikas are trying to displease Sri Ganesha to see that a person gets rid of Sri Ganesh and they use him for his purpose. So you have to be an innocent person. A cunning person is the greatest foolish man ever going round. If he thinks by becoming cunning he has earned anything, he has earned nothing but a real passport to hell. There is no need for human beings to be cunning. And this worldly wiseness, so-called, has led human beings nowhere in the world. Let God look after you. It is He who does everything for you. And once you know this fact, you become innocent, absolutely innocent. You are most unprotected to look at, but you are the most protected person because Sri Ganesha himself is looking after you. Innocence is the substratum of your religion. It is the substratum of every personality. The person who doesn't know what is innocence is a useless fellow. Absolutely useless. He cheats this man, he cheats that man. He thinks he has earned a lot of money. He has got a big name in the public. People think no end of himself. Even in the practical sense, you just think of it that no such man is hidden from the public eye. People know that he is a cheat. They know that he is a dishonest man. They know that he has been cheating each and every person. He may cheat for a while here, he may cheat for a while there. But I have not met one man so far who has been a cheat and who has carried away with it, even in one lifetime. The cheating, I'm not saying anything that is political, but cheating within yourself. You are all the time cheating yourself. If you are cheating others, nothing is gained, but actually you are cheating yourself. You are losing all the chances of your ascendance to the divine, to the blissful life of a saintly personality. If you have made laws, actually it is the idea of keeping human beings away from that kind of a behavior by which they not only have a very bad time on this earth, but also in the later life when they go to hell. An innocent person may be troubled by others. People think an innocent person is always troubled by others. Is a wrong idea. You do not know how God helps us. You just watch and see after your realization that at every step you'll find there's a help coming from somewhere and how you are helped. Of course, my life is full of such experiences. But even so many of those who are realized can tell you how God has been helpful to them and how He has guided their path with His intelligence. His intelligence is the source of all the intelligence of the world. And when you depend on His intelligence, He guides you. He looks after you, every need that you have. So the people who say it's no use being innocent, I have to tell them one thing, that you do not understand. You are still blind. You have not yet felt that your Father is such a kind Father. He is looking after you. And I thus say there are two types of sins we are committing all the time. One is the sin against the Father. When we feel so insecure in life, whatever you may have, you feel insecure. When God has given us such bounties, just think of what things He has given us, how He has made this beautiful earth for you, how He has adjusted this earth, the way it is going, the way it is moving, the way it is flowering, the way it is giving you all that you need. It is you, the human beings, have made the misery here. And such a God is going to look after you as long as you depend on Him entirely and believe in Him that, oh Lord, you are our Father. Look after us. Give us this day our daily bread. This is the sin we are committing in this country. In the West, we are committing the another type of sin which I call the sin against the mother, where we do not understand what is our sustenance. We do not understand what we have to respect, what are the things which are sublime in life, where we have to respect our chastity. We have to respect our pavitrata, the holiness within ourselves. These are the two types of sins I describe them, which both are managed by Sri Ganesha only. If you could know how to be innocent, you will never commit any sin against God or against the mother. Because mother is looking after the innocent babe. She is all the time bothered. Whenever you remember her, whenever you think of her, she is there to look after. And she gives a promise. She gives you her protection. You feel her. You feel her being around you all the time, protected. Just like her aanchal, her sari covered the little child near her heart. And she looks after you. It is a sin to all the time feel insecure, because your Father is almighty. He can look after every small thing that you have and every big thing that you demand. He is there to look after. But if you ask Him for something that is so tuchya, so useless, He is a Father who has an intelligence, who understands. He is not going to give you something useless. He is going to give you something eternal. You ask for the eternal, and there you'll find everything being fulfilled. You become yourself the king. You yourself become the Badshah if you can rise over this fear of insecurity. This fear of insecurity is very much in this country. I find every third person suffering from it. You may give them realization. Still, this problem exists. Nobody seems to be satisfied. Nobody has samadhan. Whatever you have got, you have no samadhan. Now just watch around yourself. You have got a wife, you have got children, you can go out, you can play around. Now why should you not have samadhan? Now people will immediately get up and say, what about the poor people? I'm thinking about you. You don't put your attention to something else where you are not going to help. Actually, if you become realized, you can remove the poverty of this country in no time like that. Only through realization you can remove the poverty of this country, not otherwise. Because then the bounties of Lakshmi, which rests on the third chakra, as I have told you, on the third chakra of Nabhi, is awakened. She is awakened. I have told you about Lakshmi, how she is. But what should we have for the temperance? What should we have for this chakra to be all right? I had said that this chakra is for your sustenance, for your dharma. Now what is your dharma? I find a man here who is torturing other people. He is troubling other people and he wants, mother, my child is very sick, you must cure him. Why should I? What is your bank balance with your God that I should cure that child? Mother, you must do good to my child. Something is wrong with him. I am very upset. This has happened, that has happened. Why should I do it? Why should God worry about a person who has no dharma, no love for other children? Whatever good you do today, your children are going to reap it. And not only children, but in future, the whole world is going to reap. Any saintly person, he may live in the forest, his good deeds, his good thoughts, and his good vibrations have always enriched this Mother Earth, and because of that, she has been able to bear the heavy weight of the crooked. The egoistical people who think no end of themselves want their children to be so obedient. They will smoke, they will drink before their children. They will have no dharma of any kind, no maryada of any kind, and they would expect their children to be the best citizens ever born. How do you expect that to happen? For the Nabhi Chakra, what you should do? Today somebody asked me, Mataji, everybody's Nabhi is caught, what should we do? Nabhi Chakra is the most important chakra in a human being. And Nabhi Chakra represents 10 petals. There are 10 subplexuses to the solar plexus, which is controlled by Nabhi Chakra. It is given in the Bible, the 10 commandments. That gives a little rough idea as to what should one do as to have those 10 petals all right. The dharma in the stomach has to be first balanced. Once you have a balanced temperament dharma, then you become dharmatit. You go beyond any sustenance where you yourself become sustenance. You cannot do wrong after that. But first of all, your Nabhi Chakra is to be settled. Now, how to settle the Nabhi Chakra? Some people have a foolish idea by doing mechanical things, you can do Nabhi Chakra. We have some mad people here, some Sahaja Yogis also, all the time doing like this, doing like that. They do not understand it is not to be that mechanical. It is a living thing. It is awareness which understands. It is a thing that feels. And you must know that it can be described as a heart and a brain and a mind combined together exist in the stomach of the man. Now the food we eat, start it from there. When we eat the food, we must vibrate it. I am talking for Sahaja Yogis. Put your hands for the food. See that in your family nobody is starving, that the servants are not starving, that the cattle is not starving. See to it that you give something out of your food to others. I have seen people so insensitive in life that in their own family, the sister, if she is a widow, she doesn't get the food, and the lady is nicely eating her food. How can she? The food that you eat has to be vibrated. Now, it doesn't mean by any chance that you should have certain vitamins and this and that. It means the food that you have earned out of your sweat. It is not the food earned by troubling others, by taking away somebody's rights or something like that. But your own earnings, in your own family, cooked in love by your own family people, or if you have servants who are a member of your family, such a food should be eaten. But food is not so important. Again, the way we make fuss about food, that all our religion has gone into kitchen. There are two types of fusses we have, extremes. One is that people do not eat, they fast. All the time they are fasting. This is a sin against the mother, I say. The way you are fasting, the mother feels hurt. It's a funny thing, but if I tell you that nobody should fast when there is any celebration, but you can fast when there is a thing where you have to feel sorry for. While I find people fast at the time when you have to celebrate. This is a very wrong idea, and you are just going opposite the play of the evolution. That time you have to be happy and jubilant. Supposing at the blossom time, some trees do not blossom, then what do we call? We call them sick. In the same way, we are sick people, that we do not catch the time when we have to be happy and when we have to be unhappy, when we have to be fasting. But when it comes to eating, we are very much eating time. India, I think, is the worst as far as food is concerned. Morning till evening, we are thinking of food and food and food. We'll talk across, what did you have yesterday? What did I have today? We are such eaters, I tell you, and such tonguers, because nowhere in the world you'll find people who talk of food so much. We are so much particular about what we eat as far as the taste is concerned. Now the UP people cannot eat South Indian food, South Indian people cannot eat Sindhi food, Sindhi people cannot eat Bengali food, all kinds of problems. So much so that we cannot eat one type of fish, we cannot eat another type of meat. In a country which is said to be suffering from food shortage, how can we afford to be so fussy? No one understands. It is something funny that nobody understands. How can people be that fussy about food? They may be having one meal, but even there, they'll be extremely fussy about food. Such fussy people are no good for vibrations. They have no good vibrations because all their attention, their chitta is lost in a tuchha thing like taste. It is tuchha. It is useless. Your attention which has to reach the divine is lost in all these things. The second thing about the food, I have told you that you are not to be extremist. Whatever you get at whatever time, you just eat it. You just forget it. Whether you hide it or not makes no difference. Sometimes I really fast because I do not do it deliberately, but automatically sometimes it happens that nobody's in the house, I just forget about the food. Then the servant will tell me that you didn't have your breakfast, didn't have your lunch, you didn't have your dinner. I said, really? I didn't know that. All right, I'll have something to eat now. Like that, it goes on. But I'm quite hale and hearty. So much fuss is made about food in this country is not behoving the wisdom and the background we had. We are the people who are born in the yoga food. This is a saintly country. Every particle of it is touched by the feet of Sita and Ram, who walked for you without any shoes just to vibrate this country. This is the Kundalini of the whole world. Here people are not going to waste their energy and their taste in horrible things like worrying about food. It's a shameful thing when I see even the rich and the poor, all of them, so much worried about the taste of the food. That doesn't mean you should not have any taste. I'm not saying that. Of course, you all have too much. So it's better to say that you shouldn't have any taste. Whatever you may try, you will still have being Indians. We can never solve our food problems because of fussy nature. And we boast of it. मला हे आवडतच नाही. मुझे तो ये पसंद ही नहीं है. मुझे इसका शौक ही नहीं है. We boast of it. Just think of it. While food, what is so important about it? Just a part of it. Just when you have it, you can have it. Or if you don't have it, you don't have it. It is not so important. The way we give importance to these useless things spoils our chances of evolution. Now, in the temperance you should come, as far as the religion is concerned also. There are people who are extremists in this country. We are the greatest product of extremism. You will see that here now. If I go and talk to Christians about the integration of religion which exists within ourselves as a fact, they'll say, you get out from here. But the Christians in the Western countries will listen to me. If I talk to the Muslims that you are fanatics, and this is not religion, but religion is that you stop your drinking, which Muhammad Sahib has told you. Here the Muslims will cut my throat, I think. But in Iran, they listen to me for this. They give up their drinking. Everybody's religion seems to be in danger in this great country of religion itself, where the religion itself has been established, the Kumbh has been established in this beautiful land. Everybody's religion seems to be in danger. Some people came to tell me, what are you going to do about the saving of Hindu religion? I said, what is happening to Hindu religion? Out of this fear, they have developed sectarism. Out of these nonsensical ideas of creating caste in birth, they have created this problem within us. Now let us decide that the caste is not according to your birth, but according to your temperament. Today only in the morning I have told you that Vyasa, the one who wrote Gita, was a child of a fisherwoman. And his father was Parashar Muni. It's a fact. It's a historical fact. But still we'll stick on to it saying that we are higher caste and lower caste. I went to Pune and there are very Brahmin-minded some people. They said, Mataji, you are not a Brahmin, you cannot speak in this hall. I said, all right, let me see who is a Brahmin. They came before me and they started shaking like this. I said, why are you shaking? They said, because you are a Shakti, we are shaking. I said, if I am a Shakti, you are shaking. There are some people from the madhouse, they are also shaking the same. You are mad with the idea of these fanatic things that have gone into your head. Every human being has got a Kundalini. You must know that. And once you disrespect anybody under these false denominations and these false identifications, you must know that you are sinning against God by doing that. So, to speak about any religion in that fashion is a sin. That's what Sai Baba has said again and again. He was a Muslim. When he died, all of them tortured his life because he was born in a Muslim family. And when he died, the same people were born and now doing Aarti Sai Baba there. To understand religion in its true manner is the sustenance, is the dharma within yourself. You understand in its essence what is religion. Sitting before God, mechanically doing some things without feeling anything about it creates such a problem for you that to give you realization is an impossibility. Thank God, by God's grace, such great sages have been born in this country like Yoga Vasishtha, like Sri Shankaracharya. They have written all about it. They have written that religion comes within yourself spontaneously. And it has nothing to do with all these horrible karyas we are doing. But ask the other people who are following them. Those who have got pithas are talking of caste by birth. There cannot be a caste by birth for a Hindu, at least if you believe in the reincarnation of life. Because today you are born a Hindu today, and maybe you might have been born a Muslim. I have seen many Muslims in Iran doing Aarti, and I have seen many Hindus, Brahmins doing namaz. Extremists are born from one extreme to another. Here they are born as mullahs, and there they are born as these pandits. They are all against anti-religion. They can never accept a saint. They can never accept religion because they live by destroying religion within. Because their pet palna hota hai na. They look after their stomach by destroying your religion. सवा रुपया दो, अच्छा अगर change नहीं है तो हम देते हैं. These kind of people have ruined this country, and they are all sitting in the temples. I went to this Vrindavan and I was shocked that all the Rakshasas who were with Kansa are born there as pujaris, and all of them are Rakshasas, one better than the other, I tell you. Terrible Rakshasas they are. You can feel their vibrations. You can't stand on those temples even for 1 minute. You burn the temple the way they are there. They are the most hated people at the time of Krishna, and today they are the people who are looking after the temple of Sri Krishna. A day will come, that's why. People like Muhammad Ghazni came and destroyed these things, because you are the people who run after some persons who are just befooling you all the time. So the force of nature comes and destroys it. And that's how Somnath, such a great temple, was destroyed. It is our doing. the way we fall at such feeding, those people who are not to be even kicked by you, the way we run after them and listen to them. In every temple today, in every masjid and in every church, we'll find these people in the guard of Rakshasas. I don't say all of them are like that. I never say that, but there are many like that. Now for you to decide, when you are realized you have got vibrations, when you go to temple, first of all feel the vibrations of the deity. Just you are not concerned with anybody else but the deity. Then you are concerned with the person who is sitting there and who is putting the tilak on you. You don't allow anybody to touch your agya. It's a very important point that everybody is putting here. From the very beginning, when the child is born, I have seen my own daughter's delivery, that the lady who came to give a bath to the child was working on the agya very nicely. I told her, you dare not touch her head. When they put their hands on this chakra from the very childhood, imagine what is the plight of the child. Then in the temples you go, in the churches you go, you take blessings from those people who are unauthorized, and what they give is nothing but a devil into you. So in religion also you have to be alert. And for that alertness, God has given you these vibrations. To use them wherever you go, in every book, whatever you read, take the essence out of it. Do not read only because you want to read it, but to take out the essence by which you get the final and then you tally it. Partala karunge. You must tally it, whatever you have known before, is it coming true or not? But if you start sitting on the outside of this hall, reading Mataji Nirmala Devi's program going on, and reading the advertisement there, and sitting down there, and thinking that you are attending my program and also getting realization, then how to describe it? So for religion, you have to be extremely alert, and for that you have got these vibrations to know what is religion. It gives you guidance. It gives you help. It gives you moral courage. We had somebody with us, a young boy, from a very rigid family. And in his family there is a custom that they take a newly married bride to a temple where she has to use a matka, and in that she has to do that blowing. Gagri Punkne as they call it. He got his realization and he went very high up. And he bluntly refused his parents and all the community and told them off that this is the way you are getting devils in the house, and this is possession. This is not religion. No goddess is coming into these women who are possessed. And he was the youngest in the family, and he stood up and he said, no, I will not. And they had to agree to him because they had seen those women who were possessed were already suffering. He brought them to me. I removed their possessions. And then they saw that they got peace, they got health, and they were better off. Let us not accept something that is going to ruin us. It's a simple thing. We want to accept possessions. Some people, if you see the possessed people, you'll be shocked. The other day in Ambernath, one man, a disciple of somebody who came to see me with his big photograph here, and I think he's teaching something about sex. He came, as soon as he saw me, he went round and round and round. I don't know, so fast, just like a fan, and he fell on me. And I was shocked. I said, where have you been, my child? He was so proud. I'm very happy. I'm all peaceful. I said, this is the way you are peaceful. Just now you are so badly hurt. But they are so happy with the possession. He just went round and round and round for about 5 minutes, just imagine. And he just fell flat. And he thought, oh, he is God. That is what you have to know in your Nabi Chakra, that you are not to get possessed. The possessions mostly appear on the Nabi Chakra. And that is the reason why on the left-hand side, the Nabi is impossible. It's very difficult to excite. It is very difficult to take out the position. I have to use so many methods to take out the position. The people do not believe in possessions. We had a very learned and a very well-posted gentleman who came to my program, and he started just feeling like that before me. He said, Mother, what is happening to me? I said, will you believe me if I tell you there's a possession in you? He said, I do not believe in a possession. I said, you don't believe in it, but you have it. You'll have to take it out. If you do not take it out, you'll have this problem. But he says, I have this problem only with you. Yes, of course, because I can frighten that possession in you. And he is getting frightened before. Then I removed that possession. But he told me that he had a severe pain all the time in the head, and now it's gone and finished. We must decide that we are going to be all right. We are going to be rid of possessions. We are not going to feel shy of it. We are not going to continue with them because we have some false ideas about our own dignity. There is no dignity in being dominated by possessions. So the Nabhi chakra is very important when you eat your food or when you try to bend before anybody like that, or if you have extreme ideas of religion, if you fast too much or indulge too much, if you drink, then of course Nabhi chakra is definitely spoiled. Too much drinking is a difficult case, but if you are slightly drinking, you can get realization and the drinking drops out, even your smoking drops out. There is no prohibition for a person who comes to Sahaja Yoga. But after coming to Sahaja Yoga, after receiving this, you must know that drinking is the greatest foolish thing that man has ever discovered. Even worse than atom bomb. Even atom bomb could be controlled. But this horrid thing that was discovered, I don't know how, by fermentation or whatever it is, when it started working into you people, it has spread like that, like a possession. Like an ugly possession into you, and once you start smoking, you go on smoking and you go on drinking. Is the worst habit that man can have is drinking. But drinking need not be given up before coming to Sahaja Yoga. Now those who drink will not like it when I tell them, because they think drinking is the greatest bliss in the world. Even we have written poetry on drinking, but drinking is against your religion. It takes you away from your awareness. I am telling you the truth. For that you should not feel bad. Now we have other chakras here, which is, I have avoided the second chakra, which is known as the Swadhisthana chakra, because it looks after itself. It's the creativity. And the creativity that flows into you, the planning that comes to you, the thinking that comes to you is through this chakra. And for that chakra, you don't have to do much, because it is worked out by itself. But sometimes that also goes upset because of over creativity or a feeling that I have done this, I have done that. Even a man like great King Shivaji was once little bit corrected by his great guru Samarth Ramdas. He corrected him because he felt that he is building the fort. This little idea went into his head and he immediately came and corrected to him. And Shivaji, he was a very humble disciple. He accepted the correction. And because of that, he's so great. Never think that you are doing anything, but it is done by him. This is the best way to keep your Swadhisthana chakra all right. Everything is done by him. A vairagya, a kind of a detached feeling should be developed. But it is rather difficult. So through Sahaja Yoga, when you realize, then suddenly you become a detached person. That's why I do not insist too much on the Swadhisthana chakra, though it is very important after realization. After that is the chakra here in the center of the heart. Heart center is controlling on both the sides. One side it is controlling the heart organ, on the other side it is controlling Sri Rama's Maryada. It is Sri Ram who exists on the right hand side, and it is Shiva who resides in the heart. So their qualities are managed by them. For Shiva you need not worry at all, because Shiva is the existence. But those who are Hatha Yogis, who try too much of energy, too much of running about, too much of atikarmata, such people suffer from the drainage from the energy of Shiva, and that's how they get heart attacks. Most of the Hatha Yogis who live in their mundane life, in their regular life of a householder, get this heart attack. A Hatha yogi has to live in the jungle. He has to live with a guru. With 6 things together, he has to work it out simultaneously. And that's why these people, when they get heart attack, you are surprised that they look very healthy, but how do they get it? So too much of strenuous exercises also are not good for this chakra. But in the center of this chakra is the most important thing is known as Sacred Heart, where Sri Durga, the Devi, resides. Durga Devi is the mother. She is the Jagadamba. She is your mother, and for you must know how to please your mother. Mother can be easily pleased. She is so easily pleased because she is always trying to make you happy. How to make your mother happy is she doesn't like that her child should take to things which are not good for him, or the child should starve himself, or the child should be unhappy. All these things work out here. So when you have a problem in this part, you should just say that, oh mother, forgive us because we did not know that we displeased you, and she is prasanna. This plexus is extremely important from Sahaja Yogi's point of view, because you have been realized through the motherhood. You have been realized through a special method of Sahaja Yoga. I told you yesterday that it was like the pattern of Sri Ganesh. So for you it is necessary to know that women are the embodiment of the Shakti. And your mother, if you disrespect her, she is not going to like you. You have to respect your mother. You have to respect sisters. You have to respect other women in this world. And you have to respect your wife. You have to respect the women because they carry the Shakti. But the women who do not carry the Shakti, the women who are ruined and spoiled, are not the women about whom I am talking. Such women are actually, you will be surprised, are the outcome of the foolish treatment of men who try to worship women who are bad. For example, in the West you find they worship women who are not at all Devis. They are not goddesses. They are in no way they can be called as something sublime. They are horrid. They are like Rakshasas. You see, now recently you have read about Elizabeth Taylor. You have read about this Jacqueline Kennedy. You have read about these women. How can you call them Devis? You cannot call them Devis. There is no Devi in them. The women have to be like goddesses. They themselves have to be goddesses, and that God gives them power to be that. All such women are respected, have to be respected. If they are not respected, then the prostitutes will come and rule you. Then the bad women will come and rule you. Then the Hidimbas will come and Shurpanakhas will come and they will try to spoil your family life. Always a goddess, a Devi, should be appreciated and worshipped so that she generates her Devihood, her saintliness into other women. A woman doesn't dominate. She does not. She is not meant for domination. But she has a capacity to take all the domination onto herself, like this earth is, this Dhara is. She takes all the domination into herself. She is much more powerful than the man is. She can take all that into herself and she can bear it. She can. It is the power of a woman who can do it. The more you are powerful, the more you can do it. So the women who start calling themselves to be men, or sort of we must fight with men and we must become like men, are really foolish because they want to come down. Men are depending on their power. So the women are respected who have this power, and respect such women and tell them, because their understanding of things is more intuitive. They understand things intuitionally. You tell them whatever you think is wisdom and listen to them also, because they too have intuition if they are godlike women. On top of that is the chakra of Sri Krishna, as I told you yesterday, which is called as Vishuddhi chakra. I told you yesterday also that it has got 16 plexuses, subplexuses, and it has got 2 more things added to it, that the ego and superego arise from that point. Now, this is how a human being is controlled by Sri Krishna. And who is Sri Krishna? Sri Krishna is the aspect of God which represents Virat. He is the great primordial being. He is the whole in which we are all there. So when you feel small, when you feel dominated, or when you dominate others, it is He whom you are insulting. It is He whom you are not paying any attention to. He is great, so why should you dominate anybody else? When He is great, why should you take domination from anybody else? The person who is balanced doesn't take any domination from anybody, neither allows anybody to dominate him. Now, in this case, one should understand that nobody can dominate nobody as long as they are one with themselves. Domination is such an artificial thing, outside. When you are powerful, you dominate in a way because you are so powerful, the power flows to others. But it is the power of love that flows. Sri Krishna's, the greatest thing of his life, the message of his life, of Sri Krishna is this. When Sri Krishna has said that the whole world is a Leela and you are a witness. This is the essence of his incarnation, that you are a witness, you are just a Sakshi of the whole play. That's why we call him as a Purna, as the complete incarnation, because he saw the whole world as a Leela. And he has told you that the whole world is a Leela. This is the essence of the Virat, who plays, who at his whim plays. He creates, he recreates, he destroys, he does it. He is the one who enjoys. It is he who feels. It is he who does. We are just watching as a witness. I have told this story of Radhaji, who was jealous of the flute. And she asked Radhaji once, Radhaji asked the flute, that why are you so near to his lips all the time? What is so special about you? So the flute answered, my speciality is that I have no speciality. I am a hollow personality. Because I am hollow, he plays through me very well. I do not stand anywhere in between. And when he plays, I do not destroy his play. I just watch. And I laugh at people when they say that I play, because they cannot see the great artist behind it. It's like that. You have to be a witness. And you become a witness as soon as you get your realization through Sahaja Yoga, because you go into thoughtless awareness. All your problems drop out like that. You feel the whole load has come down. You feel so relaxed because you are just a witness of the play. You are seeing the waves coming this way and waves going that way. You are now on the boat. You are not afraid of getting drowned. This is what he calls at the witness state, and that happens to Sahaja Yogis, which they know automatically develops. With some people, they have to little bit assert themselves and to stand there and remember it. Now, of course, there are so many chakras, so I have to go in a very short way. We come now to the most important also, the chakra which we call in the brain, which is called as the Agya chakra. Now at this point, both the ego and superego are controlled like a screw. If you move it this way, it goes this way. If you move it this way, it moves this way. First, the superego was very much developed in the human beings. Then the ego started developing too much. And when it has come in the center, the thing has worked out. And you go beyond ego and superego, you cross here and you come up. And you see both of them going down. And then you become one with the ego of God. Then he works. You just watch. The whole thing, the whole Maya drops out. And you know it's a balloon that goes down. So the controlling point is the Agya, is very important. But we spoil our Agya by many things. First of all and the foremost is that concentrate on this point. I don't know who has told them this. To concentrate on this point is the worst thing that you can do to your Agya chakra, because all such people have spoiled their Agya. Agya should not be spoiled. Supposing we have to make a door. Now we start pushing on one side all the force that we have, then the main door is lost. The door is here, not here. So why to do this door first, I don't understand. What you have to do is to come up here and then through all these doors you have to go down. But actually we have broken this door and we are spoiled it. There are many ways by which we spoil our Agya, and the worst of all is through possessions. We go on catching possessions for everyone. Our eyes are responsible for that. Now you must respect your eyes. The way we move our eyes at every small thing that is going on, the way we call it the chanchalya, spoils the Agya. I always tell my Western disciples that put your eyes little down. When Lakshmana was asked to describe Sitaji, he said, I have never seen anything else but her feet, and so I only know what ornament she had on her feet. I would say like that, you have to put down your eyes and watch in such a way that your eyes are not all the time turning down. Not concentration, but a sublimation, a kind of a feeling, a respect for your eyes. Do not raise your eyes at every point. There is no need to raise your eyes, and it is a very good thing. It creates a great dignity. I am in London, and where I am living, it's a place where there are no Indians living, and they don't know even that I am Mataji or anything. But my habit of walking is that I always put my eyes down and walk. So you see, those people have started saying that this lady is something very unique because she never raises her eyes. We have seen her eyes are always down. Raising your eyes all the time and moving them upside down or on the sides is a very wrong thing. Out of that, so many bad habits, which we call as flirting and all that, has come. Keep down your eyes. And all the time looking at all the things that are displayed, these plastic shops that you have around. This is there, that is there, that is there. All the lalasa, everything goes through the eyes. So it is very important. If you want to control your thoughts, control your eyes. Doesn't mean that you concentrate, but keep it down. Keep it to the earth. She is there. She is your mother. She gives you that dignity. Keep the dignity of your eyes. It is very necessary because you lose all the luster of your eyes. You'll have all kinds of problems. Most of the people who are mad, I have found, they have their agya. I mean, 99.9% people have got a bad agya. If you want to keep your agya all right, please never allow your eyes to go very much. If it has formed a habit, try to put it down. It's easy. Even the foreigners can do it, but they are much more obedient because they feel so lost that whatever I tell them they are willing to do. They are much more obedient than my Indian disciples are. Because they have realized that they have reached a point from where they are just going to break. They have reached the last point of breaking. And that's why when I tell them that you have to put down their eyes, they walk like this. For me, it doesn't matter whether I raise my eyes or keep them down. But when I raise my eyes, I find some people start shaking. Some people feeling nervous. Some people elated. So automatically I feel concerned about them. So I put my eyes down so that their agya is not excited and their positions do not disturb them when they are just walking on the street. That is how we spoil our agya many a times. There are many things, but one of them I have told. The last, the most important, is the Sahasrara, where we have got 1,000 nerves. But when they are enlightened, they look like flames. I have seen them. They look like 1,000 flames, living flames, just like this. And these flames, when they open out like that, like a lotus. And that's why in the Bible it is said that I will appear before you like tongues of flames. But these Christians, will they understand what does that mean? It is such a mysterious book because if it were not that mysterious, I think they would have killed even the 12 disciples of Christ. So these 1,000 petals are very important. And there resides the Adi Shakti, the complete integration, the complete form of all these incarnations. She is the person who organizes and coordinates and arranges and puts things together. That's why at the Sahasrara you have to come and the Sahasrara is broken and from there flows your own chitta into this all-pervading power and you feel these vibrations, these things flowing onto you. For the first time, your central nervous system feels the divine Before this, your central system did not know. It only knew the touch of hot, cold and things. But now you feel a person is hot or a cold. You feel a person is burning you. You feel the blisters in your fingers when you look at somebody. You sometimes feel that a person is giving you beautiful, cool vibrations. I feel very happy. Oh, what a nice. As if you are getting the fragrance of that person. First time you develop that nose, you develop those eyes, chakshu, a special one that gives you the idea of the divine. This subject, as I have told you, is so much. And many times I had to repeat so many things because every time we get new people. But in any case, I have to give you a good news on this auspicious day that we have been able to purchase a beautiful property in Khar. This place is known as Maya and is on the 17th road. And this is a place where we are going to have our meditation center, also an office for people who want to go, and also we'll have a brain trust, people who will explain to you what is Kundalini, how to master it. After realization, do not give it up because it's a very great thing you have got it. Now you can master it. You become the masters of Kundalini. Just like by raising your fingers, you are going to give realization to people because I have told you that you are made after the pattern of Sri Ganesh, who was all powerful. No one could cross his powers. In the same way, you, the Sahaja Yogis today, I promise you, you try, you will have such tremendous powers if you keep your chakras all right. Try to keep them all right. And these are the powers of God for which you are working. You are made for that. You are the chosen ones who are being selected by God to do His work and to do His glorious and beautiful, complete edifice of Satya. You are the foundation. And there are thousands of children who will be born, who will know vibrations from their childhood. They will know Kundalini from their childhood. They'll work out on the Kundalini Shastra. You'll be amazed how they know about it. I have seen my own grandchild, the way she is so clever at Kundalini. Immediately she'll put onto that. She'll bring something and push onto that man and take out his position. I have seen many children being born, and I have told you thousands of them will be born, but they will be later on. You are the foundation. Sahaja Yogi has no business to be frivolous, to be cheapish, to be egoistical, and to be fighting for small differences. You are not that. You are chosen people. Understand your dignity. Understand your position. You have been raised from an ordinary human level to this great level of a Sahaja. I expect you to have the attention placed into yourself and to understand your value, your worth. You are a diamond, and diamond is not thrown in the dust but is put on the pedestal. You are enlightened. Do not put your lights under the tables. It is to be put on the topmost places from where people can see. Today, it is the last day perhaps that I'll be meeting you. Now I'm going away from Bombay, and then I'll be going away from India about the 15th of April. I have given my maximum time to Bombay people in the whole world. Of course, I am now in London, supposed to be in London, but most of the time I'm traveling, and I'm traveling all over to meet my children all over. But you are the greatest blessed people in this whole world, and that's why the responsibility is greater. Because of certain reasons, you were here and I was here and it was done. But feel your responsibility. Don't be frivolous. Go deep down into it and take the charge. We have to change this world. We are the people who are going to ignite it. We are the people who are going to trigger it, and we have to bring about the advent of Satya Yoga, which should take only 2 years more, I think, to start. And as I have told you, in the year 99, it will be established. I may live, I may not live, to see the great work of my children who are so simple, so ordinary. They are not exceptional people. They are very simple people, but they are great, very great sages who have been searching, and today they are born as ordinary people in Bombay. May God bless you all on this day when I feel that I may not be able to see you again. And despite all my efforts, I could not give much time this time also to you. Next time I hope to come here, but see to it that you go to your meditation. Every Tuesday we have, and we have some other days. You should take the address and devote time for your meditation and for your growth and your evolution, so that others may be helped. And you tomorrow in the annals of history will go as the great pioneers of Sahaja Yoga. May God bless you. Justice Bhai can speak a few words to you on this oxygen of my life.
Mataji, ladies and gentlemen, I do not know what to say, because we are all, those of us who can receive them, are drowned in the vibrations not only of the presence of Mataji, but of her divine word. I can only wish on this occasion many, many happy returns of Mataji. Not only in the usual sense, but the many happy returns in our presence, so that we can hear these wonderful words and feel these wonderful vibrations. What these vibrations are, I must confess that I cannot explain or describe in the way in which Mother can explain. But I am also one of you who feel the vibrations. Whenever I remember Mother, I immediately get those vibrations, cool breezes, which put me into a very serene sense of peace. I can't explain to you anything more, but I only congratulate you for what you have been feeling and experiencing. Because after all, religion and God are matters of experience, peace, love, and luster inside you, Antar Jyoti. Thank you very much for listening to these few words. After listening to the words which came out from the depth of experience of a kind which cannot be described in books or described in words, I bow to the Mother on behalf of you all, and I wish her many, many years of this divine service to humanity. Thank you.
अभी हम माता जी की आरती कर रहे हैं। आप सब ध्यान में जाइए, कृपा करके ध्यान में जाइए।